Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing well as we're starting off with a new week. Today is Monday, which also means we're starting off with a new eyeshadow palette where I'm going to show you various looks that you can create with. And for Monday, I'm going to show you two beautiful, wearable, everyday eye makeup looks. Now, for those of you who have no idea or no clue what I'm talking about, you can also click on my little icon or on my name so that you will end up on my main channel page where you can check the schedule on when I'm uploading which video. And for Monday, Wednesday and Fridays, this is all about one eyeshadow palette. So the palette that I'm actually talking about is by Catrice, which I picked up at the drugstore, and it's the Crystallized Rose Quartz Eyeshadow palette. And this is also available for around €8, which is also very affordable, and it's pretty new. It's about a month old. And so I'm going to show you now the first look that we are about to do, as well as the palette itself, as the eyeshadow palette has such gorgeous eyeshadows in it that you can create beautiful everyday creative as well as evening looks with it. And then if you're having a look at the first look, then it is very simple but also still very suitable for an everyday application. Now let's start off with step number 1, which is applying the crease shade as well as also the outer corner shade. And for that I'm going to use, of course, a crease brush, and I'm going to dig into the first shade. So they have a mix between shimmer, very soft shimmer, as well as also matte shadows, which is great because it just gives you such a variety of the looks that you can create. And so to get it in the crease and the outer corner, I'm going to dig into this light rosy tone, and I'm going to start applying it and blending it already. So once you have applied the shade through the crease as well as connecting it with the outer corner, we now can move on to the next step, which is applying the main lid shadow. And for that I'm going to dig into some shimmer, and of course I'm going to keep it very light and also very simple. You can use your finger or a flat eyeshadow brush if you like to, and digging into this light shimmery shade right here. And it has such a beautiful shift, and if you're going to apply it on the main lid area, it just will match beautifully with the rosy shade as well, which we added to the crease. If you like to and you won't blend any edges right here, you can always go back with the crease brush again and just softly blend the shimmer into the rosy shade. And now once you have blended both of the shades into each other, we now can also move on to the next step, which is blending out the rosy shade. And for that we are going to use a blending brush as well as also digging into a lighter shade to help us to soften the edges, which is this one right here, which is a beautiful matte light shadow, and it just can help you to soften the edges in general. It doesn't matter the color that you've used before. So once the edges are softer, we now can also move on to the next step, which is applying highlighter towards the inner corner as well as the brow bone area. And for that I'm going to use the same shadow that we used now earlier to blend the edges, but I'm going to apply it with my finger so that I have a little bit more of an intensity going on, and I'm going to focus it on the inner corner as well as under the brow. And so I'm going to stamp it on. And it won't give you like a shimmery effect, but it still will open up your eye. And now if you're experiencing any fallout, you always can take a clean brush as well as digging into some setting powder and then dusting it away. And And now once the shadow is on, we can focus towards the lashes, which is also applying mascara. Now once the mascara is on, this is also the completed first eye makeup look which I wanted to share with you guys, and we just used basically 2 colors and 1 color to help us blend the shadow, and this is the end result. And I hope that you really like this one, as now we can move on to the next eye makeup look which I prepared for you guys, and we are going to use the same colors but a little bit of a different technique on how we are going to apply it. And here you can already see a sneak peek of what the second eye makeup looks like. And as I mentioned, we are going to stick with the same colors, but we're going to use a different way of how we are going to apply it. Which also brings me to the first step, which is applying the rosy shade on the main lid area. And for that I'm going to stick with the same brush that we used earlier with the crease brush, but you can also use a flat eyeshadow brush instead, because this is also suitable for the main lid area as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into the shadow and applying it on the main lid area, as well as bringing it above the crease, so that we are making sure that we are having a beautiful color on the eyes, because this is the main focus. Like, the rosy shade is the main color for this eye makeup look. Now you can, but you don't have to, can also use your finger to apply the main lid area like shadow as well, so that you are going to intensify the color. And with this one it looks matte, but it also has a slightly shift of shimmer in it, which is very, very subtle, but it just will give you a gorgeous finish. Now once you have applied on the main lid area as well as reaching above the crease, we now can move on to the next step, which is also applying the same rosy shadow on the lower lash line using the same brush, or if you applied it with a flat eyeshadow brush, then a flat eyeshadow brush is fine too. But we are not going to waste too many brushes, because why do we have to do it complicated if you can keep it simple as well? So once you have applied it, now without me opening my mouth while I'm applying the lower lash line shade, yay, it still looks very strange and weird, we can move on to the next step, which is now blending the edges. And for that we are going to use the same blending brush that we used earlier, and we're also going to dig into the same shade, which was the white or cream shade, let's say it like this. And I'm going to use the blending brush and digging into the shade as well and soften the edges. So once the edges are blended and we have a beautiful and soft looking makeup as well as a very intense color on the main lid area, this is what we want. We now can move on to the next step, which is also applying the highlighter on the inner corner as well as under the brow bone. And for that we're going to use the shade that we used earlier on the main lid area, and also going to use a brush. You can also use your fingers if you like to, this is like totally your preference, and then digging into this shade right here. And now once the highlighter is on, then we are done with the eyeshadow and we can move on to the next step, which is also applying mascara. And now once the mascara is on, this is the last and final step of the second eye makeup look. And I also do hope that you can follow the steps as well as also enjoy the 2 tutorials which I created for you. And this is also what the second eye makeup looks like. And same colors, a different technique or different way on how you can use the colors, which is also very inspiring, as you can also create gorgeous looks with just, like, let's say with this one, 3 different shadows. And also let me know in the comments down below which one is your preference. Do you like the first everyday eye makeup look or the second? And which one would you also recreate and actually wear on an everyday base? As I personally find that those 2 are very suitable and also easy to recreate. Now if you have any struggles with any way or how you are going to apply or blend the shadow, you can also let me know in the comments down below. I'm here to help you out with any struggles or questions that you might have. And with that being said, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it. This is an independent channel, so it means a lot if you're supporting me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, I hope that you like it and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye!